But we can't say legend without saying Jimmy Jam. I mean, come on, people, Jimmy Jam, come on now. You've had your hands on everything. Yes. So did Soul Train influence you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because I grew up in Minneapolis, and there wasn't a lot of what I would call black culture up there. There just wasn't a lot of black population up there. So for me, it was a chance to kind of, I mean, imagine in the middle of a winter in Minnesota, kind of shut in the house, and you had really, for me, it was the way to learn about the dances, to hear the talent, to see the talent, and all that, and so it was indelible in my memory. Watching the Soul Train shows and stuff, and then to grow up and actually have a chance to be on the show, with my band, The Time, and all that later on was just it was so surreal that some guys from Minneapolis were just going to be on Soul Train. So amazing.
Oh my God. So when you went home and sat in front of the TV and watched it, did you pick up on any of the moves or the outfits?
Well, I love the moves and the outfits, but I wasn't that great of a dancer. Like I could do like the time dances. I always say are like old man dances. Like anybody can do them dances. Basically act like a fool and have fun, and you're okay. But no, I loved it, and I remember like meeting when I met like Jeffrey Daniel and stuff, who was in Shalimar, but before that he was a dancer on the show. Him and Jody Watley. And I remember, everybody talks about, Michael Jackson being the moonwalk. And Michael Jackson was the one that made it famous, but Jeffrey Daniel was actually the first person I saw do the moonwalk. And he actually taught it to Michael. So pretty amazing just the legacy of people that have come through, the show and all that. So you can't help but be influenced by that. Yeah.
Gosh. Now, speaking of legends, I can't let you leave without talking about Janet because she's my favorite of all time. So, what do you have to say about the way that she has transcended over generations, and she continues to evolve? What do you have to say about that? Because you have almost everything to do with that.
Well, it's a great team effort. You know what I mean? It's like being part of a great team and a great relationship. But listen, we were really blessed to be able to meet Janet. She happened to be a fan of The Time. That's where we met her, was at backstage at a Time concert. And when me and Terry started producing, she wanted us to produce her, and that was the nicest thing because we wanted to produce her too. So it was a mutual. It's always got to be a mutual thing. But to me, her influence is felt, particularly when you watch the performers of today, and I think about it every time I see, Britney Spears or, any of the performers of today. They basically are trying to go out there and sing and dance and do their thing. We're in the studio right now with Kelly Rowland, and Kelly just, I mean, Janet was her girl. Like she just loves Janet, and she said that's the reason that she wanted to do music was because of Janet. So, we meet people like that all the time, and we're appreciative to even be a part of that story.
Kelly Roll is doing the doggone thing right now. I should have known that you were behind that. I mean,
Well, we're not behind it. I mean, this is the first time we've ever worked with her. I mean, she's done, incredible things in the past, and it just finally happened that, a lot of times it's just circumstances. You'll meet somebody because I was reminiscing her about when they got their first Grammy nomination, and I was backstage with them when they got their first Grammy nomination, and I have a picture, and I showed her the picture, and we were laughing about it. But I said, we've talked about working together for the longest time, and finally, it just happened that, one of the A&R people just said, well, I know Jimmy and Terry, they're right up the street from the record label, and let's bring her by. They brought her by, we hit it off, and we just started working on some stuff. So we have some great stuff on our new record coming out.
history in the making. I'm excited. I'm
Hope so.
excited. Before I let you go, I just have to know. So when you were a little Jimmy Jam in the mirror with the brush,
Oh, that wasn't
who were I know you were
me.
pretending to
I'll let you
be
ask the question.
somebody. Who were you pretending to be? I know it was somebody. Dancing badly. I know.
It's really funny. The interesting thing about that, first of all, that's a great question. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that question before that I can remember. But I never really wanted to be a performer. I had musical talent, and that was cool. But I never really wanted to perform. I really wanted to do what I do, which is songwrite and produce. I wanted to be behind the scenes and let the stars shine. Let New Edition shine. Let Janet shine. Let the stars shine. So that was always my thing. So if I was in the mirror I wasn't with a hairbrush trying to sing or nothing like that because I knew I couldn't sing. So I knew that wasn't going to be part of my dream.
But you know what? I'm grateful that it wasn't, because look at what we have. I'm so fortunate. It's so fortunate that you recognized what it is that you were put on earth to do, and that you blessed everybody with your talent. That's just amazing. So we're really grateful for you.
That's nice. Like, I appreciate that.